You're listening to Dice and Slice, a Pathfinder 2nd Edition podcast.
Last time on the Dice and Slice podcast, the conversion stream. The Karps had defeated the Necromancer and quickly finished off his zombie victims. They set about making camp in the tent he had set up there, and had a terrible time trying to read a scroll. Oh, and Drew ate a lot of Necromancer. Jim was given an amazing set of bracers that make him much harder to hit, making the monk even more OP. When the Karps woke up the next morning, they began the journey to the orc encampment that has been causing so much trouble as of late. When they arrived, the group managed to sneak their way closer to the group of orcs, and after Kasich quietly took one of them out, the fight quickly began. The group was hacking and slashing their way through the orcs, all except for Davril, who was having a hard time getting through a bush. But to everyone's surprise, Droop managed to take down a massive ogre, claiming his first kill of the campaign. The group took a short rest, but not before finding a bag of holding, just what Ian needed. Yet another list of things to keep track of. Let's see what kind of trouble our heroes get into today.
So I'm Brandon, and I have with me Chad, David, Ian, and Bill Bradley. And Bill Bradley is going to be a guest star today. Hello. I think that is where we're going to start. So you guys were going to, it was getting, I think, late at this point. Were you guys wanting to camp for the night?
Let's see, so that was at Old Owl Well, right?
Wyvern Tor.
Okay, Wyvern Tor, yep. Yeah. Well, no, did we even loot there at Wyvern Tor?
Yeah, I was something we found.
Did you get the fancy perfume? Did you get the fancy perfume?
No, we didn't go into that, so no, okay. We didn't know.
I got my bracers too. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think you got that at the owl.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't get any of the loot from
the orcs.
So if we can note down what that was.
Yep, so you guys had found 86 silver, 3 vials of fancy perfume, which you would know since your mother was a collector of fancy perfume. They're about 10 silver each.
Okay.
In Pathfinder, silver is the main currency versus gold.
Okay.
But it's still 10 silver equals 1 gold, but things are generally done more in silver.
Is silver the base level?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Then there's copper below that. So little things like wine and stuff are just a few copper.
Yeah, gold is worth a lot more in Pathfinder than in D&D.
Yep. Okay. And then give me an Arcana check as you're looking around the remains. But you guys did the bag of holding, right?
Yeah.
You guys found the bag of holding.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got the bag of holding already, and then do you have both potency crystals?
Yes.
Okay. So we did do some of the loot. Okay, so you were able to spot the bag of holding. You're going to hold on to that. The bag of holding in this version is the level 4, which has a capacity of 25 bulk. Bulk is done basically so you don't have to track individual weights. You have either one bulk, 2 bulk, and your character can hold like 7 bulk or something like that. And then light items just count as light. You can have 10 light items to make 1 bulk. So. Okay, so at this point it's getting semi-late. You guys have gotten the items kind of moved around the camp at the orcs. The fire is starting to go out at their campfire. What would you guys like to do?
I'd like to instruct Kasich, since he has the dagger, to go around and cut off some orc ears, because we're supposed to bring those back to the mayor as evidence that we...
Good, you remembered that.
Yes.
Remember you guys had a big fight about whether you wanted to bring heads or back versus...
It wasn't so much a fight as much as we just wanted to bring back a bunch of dead.
I wanted to bring back the big club weapon that the big ogre had as well.
I walk around carefully lopping off ears.
Okay.
Get both of them.
Okay. So as you do
You mean
that,
both on each?
Yeah.
Okay. All of the ears.
so as you guys do that, what are all your perception modifiers? It's going to be on the left side of your sheet. That's what you use for initiative.
9.
5.
Okay. Kasich, you, as you're lopping off the ears, you start hearing, you're very in tune with nature and the wilderness. You start feeling a vibration in the ground that for you would feel like movement of some type.
Okay.
That continues on as you lop the ears off.
All right, guys. I think something might be coming. Can I tell anything? I just feel the.
You know the general direction. Yeah, but go ahead and give me a survival check.
Sure.
Okay, so you know it's coming from the northwest. There's a little compass down there. It's coming from the northwest. You can't make out.
Is this where we came from?
You guys came from this one.
Where's the north on this compass rose?
I'm sorry.
That's
north.
Oh, so it's further.
Yeah.
Okay. It's further past where we saw the orcs.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
Do you want
is everybody else going to be?
investigate?
Yeah. Where would you guys? What the rest of you like to do?
Any idea what kind of thing?
I listen, keen ears. Like,
Okay. With that, give me one more survival check. At this point, the
Nat
rest
20.
of you, nat 20. Okay, the rest of you are starting to kind of feel a vibration. You're able to pick up. There's definitely a decently large band of a group moving. You know, you'd probably say it's similar to the same type of disturbance that you guys would get with your currently party, but something much heavier than any of you guys, even the dwarf. No offense.
they're coming towards us, away,
Dwarves are
and
dense.
just round and about.
Very dense.
What's that?
Can I sense their direction?
You feel like the movements are getting more towards you guys. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to suggest we hole up somewhere and see if they're coming in our direction.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and
I
just...
think we should do that.
You guys could just grab those papers and...
Yeah, I don't know whose papers they were here when I sat down.
yeah, my daughter liked to draw on them.
Yeah.
Oh, those are math.
It's beautiful, by the way.
Oh, thank you. She enjoyed
Did she draw today's dungeons?
Yeah, she did. It'll probably be better than mine, so don't worry. I am drawing a little fire pit where you guys were.
Oh, nice.
And we are using today, our sponsor, Forge Dice, sent us some awesome products, some awesome dice, and we are all using them for the first time, and we have some dice trays here that we'll be rolling them in, so I think you guys will be able to hear it. And
I rolled a 13 on my first roll. Is that a good or bad thing?
that's pretty good.
Also,
It's not a nat 20 that the rest of us
So
got.
you can't dent this.
No. Yeah, it has a nice material inside, so you're not going to get it.
Their dice trays, if you want to try that. You can get farther rolls.
Yeah.
He doesn't want a fair roll. You know, he wants
He
this
just
was
wants his 20.
kind of like a neat idea, but yeah, I need something to roll with.
That one will actually make it bounce more and roll.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got a thicker pad.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and everybody position themselves kind of where you are.
Forged Dice's dice trays are invented for maximum rollability.
Right, I got a 2 and a 20. I suppose I can. I got a 2 and a 20. I suppose we can use the trick.
All right.
All right, what are we doing?
Do we have droop?
I don't have a droop.
We had a little.
Are you guys using like a little one?
But it
No, we
wasn't
were
that
using
one.
one of the little enemy droops.
Is it one of these two?
No and no.
You guys are so picky.
It's
You're
not
not.
one of these two. I think that one's closed.
Yeah, it's Pugiev, I think.
Was it? He thinks that's it.
Okay, put him wherever you want him.
We all love that droop figure, so we can't just let him, be different.
Yep. That's all the goblins, I guess.
Does anything around here offer like sort of cover? Like maybe we could get
tree.
sight.
There's only like one patch of trees to the south, and there's another small patch of trees kind of right here next to you to the west. Other than that, you're kind of in a little valley.
And we hear,
it coming from that direction. Correct.
So we set up over here.
An ambush.
Yeah.
or just hang out. and see.
What are the trees like? Can we make it blind or anything?
You don't even need to. If you stay on the south side of the trees, you're pretty much covered.
Okay.
All right, Droop, super quiet.
Droop goes, yeah, you know me.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so
Does this count as me hiding in the bush?
sure.
Okay.
So as you guys are hiding in the bush, a few minutes go by, and now not just Kazakh, but all of you hear and feel movement.
Okay.
And coming from...
Dear listeners at home, Brandon is currently placing enemies on the board, possible enemies.
Sorry, that guy.
And we are standing in the middle of a green circle, which is supposed to be a bush. Provides a little bit of concealment.
Maybe a big bush.
We might be able to surprise some guys. We might die. Who knows?
That's a lot of people.
It appears we did not clear out the work camp.
Should we have left? Maybe.
All right.
Supposed to get all the orcs right.
That guy's definitely heavier than us.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, that's
Yeah.
way heavier.
Yeah,
than us.
so as you guys come, you can kind of peek through the bush and you guys can spot there is an ogre, there are two generic looking orc brutes, there are two that have like a I don't even know what that's called. What's that little rope thing called? Looks like a little whip.
A flail?
Is that what it is?
I mean,
Two
kind of.
little, like,
It looks like one.
little flails.
Multiple flail sort of thing. It's,
And then one just looks really grumpy and pissed in the back, and he's kind of trailing. They are mumbling some things. Keen ears guy, Kasich, do you speak orc?
I did.
Do you anymore?
As far as I know.
I do.
It's not on my sheet right now. That's your call.
What do you have on your
On my sheet it says Common Elvish Goblin.
Okay. But
Or did I? I don't.
well, you could probably relay this to somebody that does speak orc.
No, I didn't have work. I just had.
Okay. So you start making sounds. You start hearing sounds. Give me a general perception check. We're gonna do Pathfinder has secret rolls. I'm gonna save the secret rolls for lore checks. I'm just gonna let you guys roll everything else. So you're gonna do a check basically to try to perceive as much as you can.
15?
Just him?
Yeah, just him right now. So you're going to relay. So with the 15, you can kind of hear bits and pieces that you can relay to Jim. And Jim is able to tell you and to pick up a few words. And that is, you hear, where are the rest? You hear, something's happened here. And then you hear a grumbling of some sort that just kind of seems like he's pissed.
So their friends are back. I spy some more ears for collecting.
Yeah, they're definitely here to meet up with the rest of the group we just killed.
Yeah, I think we should probably engage them. And I still have long strider. There's not that much time has passed, right?
Pencil? Is there another pencil, or is that all?
It's over here. Yeah.
I've got one.
That's fine. Thanks. Okay. So you guys have a few seconds here as they're coming in.
How are we all on health?
Pretty
We
good.
haven't healed up since last time.
I only had 10 health missing.
I'm gonna stealthily try to back
I
straight
believe
away.
actually that you healed us all.
You can all make one small little movement here.
Before we went to that next fight, but
Yeah, when we left the necromancer, he did, but we not this one.
we didn't have time after the
Yeah.
last one. We just did the fight.
I think we just
went
figured we were
home.
going to bed for the night or whatever.
Yeah.
Droop is going to leap off your shoulders and kind of bury himself into the woods, into the trees. He's going to try to like throw leaves and dirt and stuff over him, and his butt's sticking up out of the air.
Oh, he's hiding. Okay.
Yeah, he's hiding.
I'm going to wait for them to get closer.
You don't know what he's doing. He's just kind of burying himself. Okay.
What the hell?
All right. The rest of you.
Can I prep my bow while I'm out of combat here?
Yeah, I'm assuming all of you are going to be pulling out your weapons
I
here.
guess I'm just gonna
Definitely.
pull out my weapon, whisper to these guys.
Start.
Are you okay if I fire a spell whilst they're in a big group?
Okay. And as you say that,
To go.
everybody roll initiative using stealth as your initiative.
Oh, that's gonna be terrible. No, that's a -2.
I've got a -4.
I got 14. I have a plus 10.
13.
I got 20 overall.
Wow. Okay.
Hey, you know my role.
If you guys could line that up for me, please.
Jim rushes in as usual.
13.
14.
20.
20, Jim. And then what did you get?
3.
3.
I told you.
Okay.
It was amazing.
So we're starting
I have a
low.
-4 stealth.
If they used perception, this would have been a lot better.
Yeah.
Not for me.
And you, sir, forgotten your name. Real
So I was just wondering, it's like a surprise round and then combat.
Bill Bradley.
You're not in this yet, right?
Correct.
Okay.
15.
Yet. Shifty.
Maybe they're friendly orcs.
All right. So as you guys get there, enemy 1 is going to be right underneath Jim. Enemy 2 is going to be under Sid. And enemy 3 is going to be right underneath enemy 2.
Something you'd say to be under Chad.
I was really hoping that, and then it didn't.
All right.
Okay, so
No, you need to definitely identify the unlikely.
I'm just trying to
Worst
even.
possible.
you can just move yourself way down to the bottom of the initiative.
Well,
Scrape the bottom.
you're above Droop technically, at least.
That's right. Droop is not acting currently.
Oh yeah.
So
Will he
people at
roll
home, we
later
have
if he does that.
yes.
Okay.
People at home, we have an initiative tracker, a little board that we're using here. So, all right, Jim. So you seem to have the first leg up on everybody. They don't seem to notice you currently.
Right. I know that, Sid, you said you were going to try to do a spell, so I'm actually just going to delay all my stuff until after you. So I just moved down, right?
Are you going to delay permanently, or are you going to ready an attack? If you're going to delay permanently, yeah, just move.
Yeah, I'll delay. I'll just delay it.
Okay. All right. So the guy in the very back, the mean-looking one, yep, the one that right there, he kind of stops in his motion and he begins sniffing. And he is actually going to, he's moving around like that, sniffing.
Does he smell my intense paladin musk?
Yeah. He is going to make a seek check. I need all of you. Well, I'm sorry. I can have your stealth right there. So he begins sniffing around. He does not. He really does not detect any type of smell. The
Wow.
wind must be blowing from the opposite direction. So he's going to use his movement, which is there's a speed 20 feet.
3. How the hell? No, actually, I rolled a 3. How the hell?
Nat 1.
Okay.
He's going to use his speed. He's going to move 20 feet towards the fire. The
Wrong one?
feet, yeah, that one. Right.
This one?
All right.
Yep.
5, 10.
The movement works the same in this game. It just, but diagonal. First time it's 5, second time it's 10, then it goes back to 5, then it's 10.
Okay.
You might be able to see you.
Okay. And he's going to move another 20 feet
Towards the fire.
towards the fire.
15, 20.
And we'll see what happens next turn. Okay, that's enemy 1. Or, sorry, yeah. Enemy
Dear
1.
listeners at home, we have a very stupid orc running towards a fire that we're going to murder.
Okay. Kasich the Ranger is up.
Okay, so I can
3
just.
turns before they can do anything.
But he's just at the tip of my range, so
Yeah.
we're going to hunt enemy number 1 power or the command word Tara Laura and hunted shot on number 1.
Okay. All right.
That's a lot of fancy words.
Three. That's my 3 actions because he's
So-
right at the. He's
So
right at
Kasich
the-
has a bow where he can use a command word and he activates it and turns it into flame, and then he can.
That's so cool.
All right. Let's see.
Rangers are OP.
No, here we go. Here we go. Man. Here we go.
26 to hit.
Miss. No, I'm just kidding. 26.
Yes.
Yeah, you crit.
Okay, and then the second.
Nice.
Oh,
I'm gonna use this fancy box.
There you go. You
Forge dice, amazing box right there.
can't roll off.
That's gonna be a 19 to hit.
Oh no, you
Yeah, that's a
already
hit. Yeah, you hit it twice.
Yeah, because it's so crit.
He does a
and
double
hit.
shot.
All right, and so.
I'm gonna stop bleeding.
All right, so
Don't
let's
crack
see
my
here.
cherry.
So my,
You did. Thanks.
so I got my damage here. So roll that. So it's a crit, right? So that's double. It's
double all
from
the-
2d6 to 4d6.
Yep. Double all dice rolls. Yeah.
So that's gonna be 5, 8, 14, 15 for the first hit.
15 damage.
Oh wait. Oh, sorry. And precision. 19.
19 damage.
19 damage for the first arrow.
Okay, so he looks very bloodied. So the arrow pierces him right through the gut. But this guy, he kind of pulls out the arrow and throws it down. But he's definitely feeling
All
it.
right, and he's crit wounded. 1d8. And he's,
Oh, of the
Yeah.
fire. Okay.
oh wait. Oh no, never mind. It's fire. What's the fire damage?
1d6, I think.
I never wrote that down. 1d6.
Yeah.
So another 4.
Okay, so as you hit and he pulls out that arrow, it actually engulfs in flame around him, and he lets out a pretty mad orcish rage scream. He is looking burnt and very bloodied currently.
All right.
Jim hears it and he says,
Here's the second.
"Oh no!"
Here's the second arrow.
Jesus,
6 damage.
he's dead. How do you do it? How do you do it with that arrow?
So yeah, he's running and just straight through the neck, and so he's no longer talking. He's
Okay, no more growling. You can remove enemy 1 from the board and from the initiative tracker. Well, that was quick. Okay, so next up
All right.
is our cleric, Sid.
Cool.
Crits in my
I'm trying to remember, how does the 10-foot burst work? If I put it there, does it reach?
is it a
It's going to be a
dice?
point, and then it's going to be 10
It
foot.
goes 10 feet in each direction.
And I think so. Is it a 10-foot burst?
10-foot burst.
Yeah,
Right.
burst 10.
Is it just of fire now instead of
Yeah,
wounding?
yeah. That sounds
Okay,
cooler.
so that should hit all of these then. Okay, so I'm gonna do my sound burst into the middle of them.
Okay. So cleric has an awesome move called Sound Burst, and he just basically explodes a certain area.
I hit all those. That was basically
Yeah.
how we did the shambling map.
So that's a fortitude save.
Fortitude save and all those guys?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm rolling for the regular
Is it one of your
orcs
2
right
action
now.
spell deals?
It's 2 actions, yeah.
Sweet. Fort save. I got a 17. What save do they need to get?
That,
It's on your second sheet, top left.
That's a good question.
It's on your spell sheet.
hang on, I don't have that one printed. Hang on, go into my app.
Level plus modifier plus 10. I need to print your spell sheet for you. I think I have
don't
it.
have it printed.
It's fine.
18.
18? Okay, they got 17. So you hit.
Nice.
Just barely, but they hit. So go ahead and roll damage for them.
3d8.
And I'll get the ogre. So you hit the ogre too? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, I hit all. So it's 5.
Okay.
If you want me to just roll the first one.
Yeah, just roll damage for all the creatures. 4 is 8.
11.
Okay, the ogre failed it too. So they took 11 damage?
Yeah.
Okay. So the burst of clerical sound energy erupts right in the middle of the orcs. They are now all very aware something is going on, but they all took a hefty dose of damage. The ogre seems like it shook off some of it, but the rest of them look.
How much was the
Did he
damage?
succeed the throw, or
Maybe. He.
if they?
Oh no, he did not.
It
He
changes the damage and
He
stuff.
he took it all.
They're deafened then for one round as
If
well.
you crit.
If they fail, critical failure is double damage and deafened for a minute.
Okay, so they are all deafened, and all those orcs right there are all dead.
Wait, what? Also, I just realized I forgot to add my D10 for the crit.
Okay, he's dead then.
This one over
That
here.
one did
Yeah,
That one's okay.
He was
All right.
He was out.
Okay, so this was
So those
Sid doing
four.
this, right?
Wow.
Yes.
Clerics are OP. AF.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to show me how you do that.
Well, I'm glad I took the time to write all these stats down of all these guys.
We were popping our ears.
But we still have 2 enemies in the rotation, right?
Yeah.
Because there's
Yeah, that's right. So, as you guys are doing this, a dagger flies out from the northeast of the map, and Bill, can you go ahead and roll me a your dagger attack?
Guys, we get a secret NPC.
It's +8 at the top.
D20 plus 8?
Yep.
Okay. 18.
Okay, so a dagger comes flying out of the northeast side, and you guys, it's kind of hard to see because there are some trees right there, but the dagger lands right in the orc's shoulders. Go ahead and roll damage for me, if you would.
I don't think he can chuck for 50 feet. I don't know how long he can throw, but
Not very far for the daggers.
yeah. So what did you want me to roll?
But, your damage dice
Damage,
for the
perfect.
dagger.
6. Watch out!
Nice.
And which one is that, Orc 1?
So the dagger goes spinning right past his head. And you're like, what was that? I just felt a little wind.
So the 6 damage go into the orc and it hits him in the back. It actually hits him in his spine. He begins to seize and he is down. Dead. And you guys look over and there is a dwarf male dressed in a almost solid black cloak that is draped over some studded leather armor, and he has a dagger in one hand.
Listeners at home, our new guest just threw a cloak over himself just to look badass. And it worked.
It was a failure.
Also, Davril is now wondering that since Sid wasn't into that female dwarf earlier,
Classic, a dwarven male came out of the woods and he pierced the guy and killed him in one shot.
And our guest and his mini are both full Assassin's Creed with the hood.
Yep, that's,
Oh, yeah.
that's very true.
All right.
Okay, go ahead and put NPC right underneath Ian, if you would, right underneath our cleric.
See, you should have left me way down at the bottom. Wouldn't have made it easy.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Oh,
I'm gonna get so confused.
Oh, not CPN. Okay, got it. All right.
Oh, so,
I mean, NPC is traditionally groups.
Still works.
Yeah. All right, flip that over, and it is going to be Monk David.
Yep. All right, so all we got left is the giant ogre.
Yep. Thanks. A sound
Guys, I may not even get to attack.
how's your key reserve?
Let's see here. Speed is a thing.
Oh wait, which enemies have we killed here on the initiative?
Oh,
15, 20, 25,
you killed. Let's see.
50, 55. All right. And
You killed enemy 3.
do I have? I did. Does that ogre appear bloodied from the sound burst?
No.
Okie dokie.
He's like, oh, that changes. I might have to kill him now.
I'm just whether I run away after I save or run away. Okay, so I'll use a Hirash at one point.
Okay.
Didn't use any key points last game.
Really?
So, no.
I guess you guys didn't need it. You're just pile driving everything.
Again. 5, 10,
Monks
15,
are pretty freaking OP. I gotta say.
25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55.
It's about triple our cleric's movement speed right there.
All right, so that doubled my speed, which is ordinarily 35. Actually, so I'll go another 1, 2, and 3. Maybe we can fight this guy. And then I am concealed until my next turn.
Okay, remind me of that if I try to punch you.
Yep.
Which I will.
Hopefully he'll squish me, and then I will.
It's gonna happen.
You're gonna get so punched.
Because we're getting close to the end of this, I'm gonna do another key point to do a key strike.
Dang.
With my unarmed flurry blows, this means I get to roll another damage die.
Did you think this was gonna be a tough fight?
Yeah.
There's power.
That's why I brought in your buddy here.
So
I didn't realize the sound burst was going to wipe out half of the
So
field.
I'm gonna take 2 punches at this thing.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get a +1 to hit, and if I do hit, I roll 3d6 +1 damage for each punch.
Holy shit. Okay. So as this ogre is walking down, all of a sudden this little human bursts out of the trees and sprints around him. He's so quick, he's just a blur.
All right. Does a 17 hit?
Yes, it does.
And even better, a
So
23.
Yes, does not crit.
All right, so can I borrow some of your d6?
So leaves flying everywhere as he bursts out and runs around to the backside of this orc. What is it?
Ogre.
I'll have to
Ogre.
roll 6 times.
Oh, you have a bunch of
And
these
now he
things?
brings his punches right into his face.
I need to do that.
You probably have to jump up
All right,
Yeah.
first punch gives
into his leg.
healthy. Wait, math. 8 damage.
8 damage, okay.
Seconds. 11. So 19 total.
Okay, 11.
Yeah, you can't tell which ones are
Oh, I
So-
checked. They were the same.
Yeah, no.
So you begin to pelt into this guy.
Yeah, they're the same. Right. Okay.
Yeah, you begin to pelt into this guy, and you give him a good Charlie horse on the back of the leg, and he's got some cuts and bruises, and he's starting to bleed a little bit on his leg, and he's still up though. Do you have any
All right.
other actions?
Does he appear bloody?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna stay my ground and parry with my staff for 1 AC bonus.
Okay. All right. Next up is the ogre. So the ogre, seeing this blur around him, but then also seeing this cleric who stepped out of the trees just wipe out half the group, he's going to use his first action to charge forward to the cleric. He is going to use his second action to bring out this huge club he has on the back of his back, and he's going to use his third action to bring it smashing down on Sid's face.
By the way, how big is this club? Is it like the size of a tree?
Is that bigger than Sid?
Yeah, it's bigger than Sid for sure.
No problem.
You got a nat 20.
Starting to be a problem.
Minor problem.
How thick is the tree cover? Can I make out what's going on?
Have to be.
Lightly.
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2d10 plus
If you move just a few feet more, I could help. Actually, just one.
take 19 piercing, bludgeoning damage. Could have been a lot worse. Like, you rolled fairly well.
I guess as my reaction, I will do the magic shield to block 4 of that.
Okay. So you take 15 damage there. So your shield kind of pops up, and it's quickly broken by the mighty club.
It's absolutely destroyed.
Yeah. But it does prevent a little bit of his momentum, softening the blow somewhat. And that is the ogre's turn.
Well, Devil's up, and he's going to charge out of the bush. Just
Where's your hand?
I'm just
I
saying.
can tell you, it broke off in
His
the bag.
miniature's hand broke. That's sad.
So I'm gonna I think I'm gonna replace him. Honestly, he looks cool and all, but I'm gonna go with the one I had before.
Okay.
Just it's less stuff to break in a bag.
Smart.
But anyhow, so that was one action to move up to him.
Yep, you already have your
And
weapon
I already got my sword out, so I'm going to attack this mother frickin' ogre.
Okay.
And I'm gonna miss twice. Just you wait and see.
I don't know, the dice may be with you now.
Well, they might be. These are forged dice.
You can't not crit. I didn't say whether there was critically fail or critically succeed.
Okay, so that's an 18 plus 9 apparently to hit. I was wrong. So let's see, 9 plus 8, 27 to hit.
Yeah, you critically hit.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do the damage just because who knows, it might kill him. So let's see.
So double the damage dice.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 14 plus.
We have a dice incident. They landed on the floor. He is currently crawling underneath. Okay.
Just did my lay on hands on him. So let's see. So that's 21 plus 6. That'll be 27 damage of slashing and positive damage.
Whew. Okay, yeah, so you slice.
How's he looking?
You slice into this guy from top to bottom.
Okay.
He looks really bad,
Okay.
but he is still standing, although
Oh, wait, did I
extremely
have-
woozy.
What are these?
Shoot, I forgot. I still have a modifier on there too.
What?
Are you sure?
Plus 4. Do I double the modifier as well on crits?
You have a modifier of plus 4?
Yeah. 2d8 plus 4 plus 1d6.
That's a great question.
I think you said I
Critical
did.
hits.
I'm pretty sure you do.
Oh, actually, yeah, it says right here for the critical hit. 48 plus 8 plus 1d6.
There
So
you
does
go.
an additional 8 damage do it?
Yes.
Okay.
So you cut into him from top to bottom. He appears fine, but then all of a sudden he falls over.
I'm sorry, guys. I love math, and I forgot about that bit.
The whole scene where his face slowly splits.
Yeah, he actually raises his club back up, and all of a sudden he realizes, hold on, and he just splits apart.
Like, he's seeing the kind of left side and the right side kind of going different ways.
Exactly.
Okay. Five finger exploding heart technique. Is that?
Yeah, pretty
And
much.
I'm just sitting here spitting leaves
No, that's
out of my
me.
mouth.
Droop pops up. I'm ready.
You did it, Droop. Look what you did. You killed it.
He's like, yeah. He spins his daggers around.
Droop, do you think
Wait.
you can eat an ogre?
Challenge accepted. He runs forward and leaps onto the ogre.
Are we out of combat now, right?
Yes. Droop eats everything.
Guys, that just happened. That's an easy fight, except for
That was
19 damage.
You hit something on the first try.
And so you guys notice there's a figure coming out that helped you with that fight. It's a dwarvish male, black cloak, studded leather, walking out of the forest towards you guys.
Hey, Sid, there's another dwarf here. Look at this.
So I walk towards the group, dagger sheathed but holding the handles. Hey lads, how's it going?
Not too bad. Thanks for that dagger in the back there.
No problem, it's my specialty. So I'm gonna assume you're the group I'm supposed to be talking to. The mayor of Fandelver, he's told me to help out with some orcs.
Oh, Fandolin?
Yeah, that's the place.
Yes.
That guy, kind of Weasley.
Yeah, that's the one.
Are you sure he's still mayor?
That's him.
As far as I know.
Not for long.
He better be. He owes me some coin for this.
How much does he owe you exactly?
Enough.
Well, I'm considering out buying it.
So, what happened?
What do you mean what happened? They died.
You saw what
There
happened.
were orcs and now there aren't.
Was it just a small group?
Yeah, pretty small before this group.
Point to that pile and then point to this pile over here. Like, well,
We thought we had them all before. Do you think we should wait and see if any more wander our way?
Well, whatever got that pile looks like it's taking care of some of the appendages. Looks like some ears are missing over there.
Yes. Thanks for reminding me. I'm gonna walk around.
Droop pops up
Both
with
ears.
an ogre hand in his mouth too, and he goes, "They're gonna be missing more than that soon." And gets back to
they
eating.
trigger. Spare the ears.
So how many orcs were there?
Lost.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So
Can
what,
Droop fit a
what
whole
about
ogre
that
in this?
one? Do we need to take him out?
The goblin pops
Yeah,
up.
pointing to Droop.
The goblin pops up the stairs.
Here, look at this. So I can say I'm going to throw all these in that bag. Because I don't want to.
As you
Like
open,
a- like
as
a
you open the
blur.
bag,
No.
they just go.
Goblin's with us.
This one's good. This one's okay. He's with us.
Droop looks at this new guy and starts scowling.
Seems like a pleasant sort.
Sometimes. He likes to pee on shoulders.
I'll leave that to someone else.
This guy.
Jim has permanently dyed yellow shoulders.
So I pat
You
him on
can
my
have
shoulder and I
him
go,
if you want. He's a goblin, but he fights real good.
Droop goes, "You hear that? I fight good." And he goes back to eating. By now, he has one arm of the ogre consumed.
good lord. What is his digestive system like if he can fit a whole ogre in the
Very impressive. Okay,
Is it like battery acid in there or something?
yeah.
So I'm going to ask, where are you heading to after this fight?
Well, I'm supposed to be helping you folks out. So, wherever you're going, I guess I'm going to be following for a bit.
Alrighty, that sounds awesome.
All right.
Awesome
But
is
you're
one way
on
of
the
saying
mayor's behalf, aren't you?
Yeah, he's got the coin. I've got the time. And an empty pouch.
I want to use my emotional sash of emotions on this guy to detect whether or not he's being truthful.
It detects emotions.
Yeah.
Okay, so you you click on your sash, and your emotion begins your sash begins to analyze him, and you get a wave of nervousness that washes over you, even though nothing is portrayed outward.
Say, well, what's wrong, friend? You seem a little shaky over there. We took care of the orcs, I think.
Well, in my line of business, you got to be careful about potential friends and colleagues. Mercenaries don't live long if you trust everyone around you.
Well, we're a pretty trustworthy group. You don't have to worry with us. But Mayor, don't trust him at all.
Yeah, it's a real piece of work.
We certainly look out for our own.
Sir.
Droop pops up and goes, "Speaking of looking out," and he throws a hand at you. Make a reflex save.
He's trying to give you a high five, a ranged high five.
What is a reflex?
Bottom left side.
Yeah, D20 add reflex.
If he succeeds, can he reach his hand out
right here.
give it a high five
Cool.
to smack it away?
22.
So as it comes, you quickly unsheath your dagger, stab it in midair, and you're holding the hand on the dagger. Droop just was like, "Hey, you gonna eat that?"
Why did you throw it, Drew?
Droop shares.
That is true.
Then he
He's a
jumps
really
back
good
in and
guy.
begins working on the left leg.
He means well. Drew means well.
He handed me a foot the other night. I almost took it.
Yeah, he seemed
forgot
pretty handy
myself.
with a dagger.
Handy.
Might I ask if you've been affiliated with anyone before traveling to Fandolin?
I take jobs wherever the coin is. Can't tell you the names, or the faces, or the dead bodies. There's been many. But whoever pays, I'm there.
Can you tell us the amount you're being paid? Because we might be willing to outpay him.
Client confidentiality, I'm afraid.
Okay.
I may be many things, but I try to stay faithful.
Well, I want to ask,
a point.
what is the mayor paying you for? Because we seem to take care of these orcs fairly well, except for that one that you helped out with.
Well, from what I was told, the mayor seems to be fond of this group, that being a loose term. So he wanted to make sure that the jobs got done.
I feel like I don't need to roll to know that's a lie. Mayor hates us.
Sash.
I did sash it.
That's fine. Let's.
All right, well,
Well, you know, I hope the mayor will have enough to pay you for your services. You know.
So you lot trying to take him out?
Kill him? No.
no.
We're not murderers in that degree.
Yeah, that's,
Low life, sure, but he's not that degree of low life yet.
All we're trying to do is make life better for the humble citizens of Phandalin.
Drew pops up. I wonder what mare tastes like. And then begins working on the right leg. The left leg is now concealed.
He doesn't speak for us.
So I imagine they taste like any other human.
A little dirtier.
yeah, if you can eat an ogre, I don't think the mayor's going to fill you up.
He pats his belly and goes, "Nothing fills this up."
Droop, do you have a stomach of holding?
He looks at you and just like shrugs and goes back eating. By now, it's starting to get pretty dark. At this point, the fire is still going, but it's very barely going at this point.
Okay.
How far is it back to Conbury?
Connieberry.
Yeah.
At this point,
There wasn't any signs of additional orc movement or anything around that could potentially jump again.
not that what you saw on the way here. 30 miles.
Fair to us. Was there any additional loot to note down from this batch of people we just took out?
This group had, the ogre was carrying, it looked like when he noticed something was off, he dropped it, but a dead wolf. It looks like they're going to eat it. Coin-wise, you only find a few coins. You end up finding like 25 silver. And nothing else. The ogre has a few javelins on his back. The orcs had equipment, but nothing stood out to you guys.
Any arrows?
The orcs did have arrows. Yeah, they each had, give or take 10.
All right. Oh, let's stop right there.
Okay.
I mean, I'm good. Are we already rest? Or?
You've not rested yet. It's getting dark.
Yeah, we should probably set up camp and head back in the morning at this point.
Yeah, I think so.
We don't need to be heading out at night.
So,
What was your name
yeah, set
again,
up-
friend?
Luke's.
Luke's.
Nice to meet you, Luke's.
Luke's.
Welcome to camp here with us for the night, I think. Everybody okay with that?
Yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Droop, you okay with that?
He has a foot in his mouth, so it's kind of hard to hear.
Well, I
Mind
appreciate it. I may rest up by this nice fire you guys have going on.
Excellent. I think that was the orcs' fire. So.
Well, I don't
That's our
see
fire
any
now.
anymore.
Kind enough to.
Droop, do you want to roast some of those orcs? It might be a little tastier.
Troop comes over with a leg still in his hands, and then he immediately just drops forward and passes out and begins snoring.
Hey, how are we doing on food? Do we eat?
Yeah, at this point, use one of your rations if you have it for the day.
Can we
Probably using the
cook that
leg as like a
wolf?
pillow.
Yeah, you can cook the wolf and then you won't have to.
There you go.
So if you guys take the wolf, you don't have to use any rations. You guys can just consume the wolf if you want.
Yeah.
All right, let's do
It's
it.
already dead. Don't want to
The ogre was holding the wolf.
So I'll grab that.
sounds
and
good to
we'll
me.
start.
Okay, so you expertly prepare that. You don't even have to
I'll make a
roll for
spit
that.
roast sort of situation on the fire. And
Droop wakes up a few times, smells the food, but then before he can reach for it, he passes back out. He's
Taking his actions
he's
to throw
sleeping and he's spooning with the ogre foot.
that's what we were discussing.
And he, like, every once in a while, he'll just wake up and he'll take a bite and then he'll pass back out. Okay, so
That is one happy goblin.
So night falls, and it is pretty uneventful. So the morning
A lot of
rises.
those.
All right.
Except for in Strahd.
So it's about morning time. You guys all wake up. Last person on the shift was Kasich. He was standing watch as you guys all start to wake up.
He's pretty good like that.
How much health do we regenerate again?
At night, resting.
Yeah,
It's going to be con plus level, I believe. Because do you want to say you used your spells
I used my
before?
spells. Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
before
well.
we went to bed. So I guess we're.
Okay.
Was it anyone missing much health?
I'm down 9.
Okay, I think between
Yeah, you'd be
my
easily
health
able
and
to
yours,
cover it.
we're covered. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. So the morning rises. Those of you that have to do your morning preparations, you do those. You pray to your gods. You prepare your spells. You do whatever you need to do. And you guys, Droop has looks like the last arm kind of attached to his back, and the hand falls over his shoulder. And every once in a while, he kind of bites it and nibbles on it. And Droop goes, "All right, ready to go," and he starts climbing up Jim's shoulders.
With the
With the large thing on his back, yeah.
Make sure he doesn't stuff the bag of holding with arms.
Just right in the bottom of the bag.
I did not say that to where Drew could hear it.
This bag smells horrible.
Okay.
gotta make room for my artisan's tools.
Yeah, we probably can.
Well, yeah, because I'm not supposed to be carrying them.
We can just make a whole blacksmithing station in there.
Are we heading back to Cononbury, guys?
Yeah, we should get
cash in on that quest.
Cononbury first, let the mayor know what's going
Get
on
my
there.
armor.
Sure.
Get your armor.
I can't remember what armor I ordered. I have to re-look up what I wanted.
And we're off to Craigmaw Castle.
Okay, so you guys, it's fairly
That's what everybody else wants to do or not.
Well, we gotta hit Fandolin first.
Yeah.
Check in.
it's a fairly lengthy walk back. But you guys managed to make that, but it is starting to get dark by the time you guys get back to Cononbury.
Okay.
Looks like the shops are still open, but they'll be closing pretty
Oh,
soon.
the entire way, Davril's been like looking for any interaction between Sid and Luke's, seeing if there's any interest there on
I'm
Sid's
going to be chatting to him about dwarven history and what
Davril's
hill tribes he's from. Yeah.
Stones are awesome.
And Davril's over here whispering to Jim, he's into him.
Mining and beards and ale and beards again.
Okay, so you guys, there's lots of noise coming from the inn. The inn is called a tiny-ish inn, and you guys know it's ran by Burton and Beaton Burt. There's a lot of traffic there. The other shops seem like they're still open a little bit, but not much activities going on around
We
town.
gotta try and sell this stuff.
Yeah, we can go to a store and we can cash in on
Definitely
the
need to
whole
collect your
bag
armor.
of stuff we've got.
Who wants to buy some perfume?
Okay, so if you guys are looking, you guys can go to the main government building has like a trade shop in there, so you can actually go in there and you can sell your equipment. It's kind of similar to the trading shop in Fandolin that you guys briefly went past. So you can trade in. So you can cross out your items you have and just do a direct trade to silver.
All right. Okay, so
And while he does that, well, I guess he has to get the. I guess he's the one that gets the armor too.
Yeah.
So I'll let him do that.
Well, I mean, we can head over to the mayor's place with the ears.
Okay, it's the same place actually, just a different side of it.
All right, so I'll reach in and grab those.
The ears, okay. So you have a huge pile of ears.
Bloody dripping ears.
And you guys open up the kind of the back room where the mayor is in there. His name is Mayor Reddish. He's a dark-skinned, older human male. He's always kind of bubbly. He pops up and goes, "Hey, welcome back." And you plop the ears down in front of him. He goes, "Oh, wow, that was a lot more than I thought." And there's still like dried, a little bit wet blood dripping from it. And he's like,
Yeah, I'm not sure if you wanted just a necklace.
Yeah, he's
Were they only the left ears or the right ears?
No, they're both left and
I
right.
said cut off every
Yeah,
ear.
so,
He goes, "Oh, thanks."
so there's a
Thanks
good
for
16
yeah.
so some on you.
It's like, thanks for.
When we promise ears, we deliver.
There's also a couple of wolf ears in there. Like 4 ogre ears.
He goes, "Oh,
Those
they had,"
big plate-looking things, those are the ogre ears. Yeah.
he goes, "Whoa, they had ogres? I was just told they had orcs. I didn't know they had ogres there. I wouldn't have sent. I would have sent.
I'm just
I would have sent Agatha. I'm so sorry, but you gotta put you in danger. That
I'm
much.
sure you can find a nice little bonus for us to throw in there.
Okay, are we all together here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might not be there at Jim's.
He goes, let me see what I can do," and he starts rubbing around the desk and pulls up some envelopes and so forth, and he comes back and he goes, "All right, here you go," and he slides over 50 gold.
We're rich guys.
Sid's like, "Damn it, I gotta write more gold." He's the
Alright, so-
bookkeeper. He's the lore keeper. He's the initiative tracker.
All right, so we're just
He's the
divvying this
sexy.
up. All right, so we're divvying up the
Bringing
stash
sexy
again.
back.
What do we get?
Yeah. Is that all the money we're owed here for now? That's 112 gold and 2 silver divided between us.
Are you gonna pop up anything on this?
28.
They're doing their talking.
Okay.
All right. Well, how are we splitting all?
Drew pulls out his hand.
Duke's not getting any.
It's okay, Jim.
Drew pops Jim. What?
You're on my tab, Jim.
You got the whole ogre, Duke. You're the one really winning in this.
Drew is gonna do a save.
I'll give you 2 gold to go back to Fandolin.
He eyes you and growls. He whispers down to Jim, goes, "That Kasich, I'm gonna eat his left ear."
We don't eat friends. We don't eat friends.
You're right, we don't eat friends. And then he glares back at you.
Just the ear, huh?
That's where I start. He's cut them all off for the orcs.
He's got a thing for the ears.
Here's the best part: soft, tender.
A little bit of earwax in there. Sometimes some
Earwax.
lights.
Oh, he like goes nuts when you say earwax.
like-
He's like,
it's like-
"Oh my god!" He's like, he like reaches down in Jim's ear and starts moving his finger. Pulls out-
I want to say Jim stops him.
Can I make a reflex?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Oh, that's not great. I mean, that's a 15.
Yeah, he got a 20, so he got some good wax in there before you managed to slice his hand out.
You try, he slaps your hand away.
Yeah. He didn't get as much as he wanted, but because it's fairly clean. But he got some.
He's a street urchin. It might
Yeah,
not.
it might not. Well, Droop's been secretly picking some
Oh,
up.
yeah, in your sleeve.
Okay, so the mayor goes, "Wow, well, thank you guys. I don't, Conneberry is a really great town. I mean, we don't have much going on." And he looks over at the new dwarf. He goes, I don't remember you being with the group. I'm sorry. I must have missed you last time you were here."
It's the mayor of
The
the.
mayor of the town.
Right.
This is
right.
Vandal.
Right.
Yeah, this is not Fandolin. This is a different.
Okay, yeah. No, I was paid by the mayor of Fandolin to come help these boys out.
Oh.
Didn't much need the help, though,
Yeah,
but
you remember that bit.
Yeah, Harbin Wester. Yeah, I know him. Yes, I do.
I'll lean over real quick. So, do you pay up front?
Me?
was it me? Do I pay up front?
No. Did
You get
the
paid.
mayor pay you up front?
No. Gold once the deed is done.
Okay.
All right.
And what deed was that again?
helping out you lads, but
Sure.
Doesn't much seem like you need it.
Well, well, we know of a certain goblin stronghold that we're planning on attacking. So you'd be able to help us out with that.
The mayor pops up and goes, I don't want to hear anything of this. I just stay in my peaceful area here. And he goes, please take it outside. Have a good day. Thank you guys very much. And he goes and shuts his door.
Oh, remember, support Sildar for.
Yeah. And he shuts the door. And he goes, then Keen Ears, Kasich hears, gosh dang it, I gotta clean up all this earwax and ear blood off my desk.
Ear blood, maybe. Well, I guess those guys would be dripping earwax, wouldn't they?
Yeah. If Droop didn't, Droop, that's why he's mad. Droop didn't get that earwax before he cut it all out. So
we could offer to have Droop come in and clean up those ears for him.
And the blood, you kidding me? All right, so you guys are back out in the streets.
Well, no, hold on. The mayor only paid you to help us, right?
That's right.
There was nothing about reporting back to him showing that, he hired you to help him with this whole cause. No propaganda sort of thing, right?
I think I'm following.
So what if we paid you a little extra to say, when you get back there, once you've collected your money from him, say, report to the town, Sildar paid for me to help out with this.
Hey, I follow the gold. And if Sildar's paying, he's the one I vote for.
All right, there you go. So here on out, we'll give you a share, and you will be a member of Sildar's campaign.
All right, Sildar, tell me more about him.
Excellent guy,
Jim.
veteran fighter.
Lore keeper.
Well, he's a noted member of the Lord's Alliance.
Thank you.
They have rather deep pockets.
I like him already.
Yeah, we met him. He was escorting a friend of ours who we're looking for, most likely in this castle that we're talking about, storming and overtaking. But yeah, now he's just kind of
Killing the goblins. Don't forget about killing the goblins.
Well, yeah, that's assumed.
And rescuing our very wealthy friend.
Yes.
Who's helping line us up quests. So he, again, may have some money and coin for your
You
services.
say all of this is good.
Yeah.
Maybe not the perpetual death of who knows what's in this castle, but, I guess if it leads to some coin, I'm in for it.
Excellent.
I like this guy.
You can stick with us for a bit.
So have you ever fought a vampire?
Not one that I've known.
Well, we have, so I think you'll be fine with us.
Cut to 3 hours later, and you're all holding hands, drinking at the end. Okay, no, just kidding. You can do whatever.
Well, except for Sid.
Yeah, I need to go buy armor. Yeah, I guess
Okay, so the armor shops are almost closed. The pounder, the armor
find the
shop.
pounder and
Don't leave the shop open for Sid.
I'm with him. I'm the wingman. I gotta stick with him, all right?
Okay, so just you two, or what are the rest of you gonna do?
Yeah,
I want to go to this pounder. Yeah, I'm intrigued.
it's a lovely dwarven lady named Hart Thinbeard.
all right.
I can introduce you.
Well,
I'll send the dwarves in while the rest of us go off and just head
Oh, no,
in.
I'm going.
All right, so they're going there. We're going to the, and then the Davids are going to the end.
Yeah. Okay, so
I've got to watch this love triangle thing going on.
All right, Jim and Cassie.
Okay, we'll go to the love triangle first. So you guys get into the pounder. Once again, you hear pounding in the back room, and you hear somebody say, hold on 1 second. I'm about ready to close up. And she walks around the corner and goes, oh, hey, it's you. And then her eyes dart and go, oh, hello.
hello.
Then she darts to you and goes, hey, buddy.
Are the logos worked out for you on those arrows?
They've been great. Thank you. I sold a whole bunch in just a few days.
Awesome.
So she looks back. Oh yes, I have your item ready. And so did you look up what that item was?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now. We'll figure it out at some point, but we'll just take it for now. Yeah, the craftsmanship is as fine as your thin beard.
It's hard because she does have a thin beard, but it does get a little red. Her cheeks get a little red as she says that.
Her beard goes red.
Yeah, and she goes, once again, I am staying over at the inn, and it's kind of been, it's supposed to be a temporary place, but it's kind of turned into my permanent home. So I did engrave my room number in the armor, right where the heart goes.
Oh,
and then she turns and goes,
lovely.
and you're welcome anytime
Ma'am,
if you need armor.
let me stop you there. I'm just temporary. Please. Whatever. Yes.
Temporary is fine for me.
I lean over. So what's the deal with the situation?
I'm purely.
Not entirely sure, but
My
I'm trying
God
to get
is
them
the only. My God is my only love. If you like this lady,
She looks back. God is the. I've lost so many guys to the gods. Okay.
Well, they are gods after all.
She goes, hold on one second. Can I do one more little perfection on your armor real quick? And she reaches back and takes her armor. Goes to the back. You hear some pounding. Comes back up. She goes, there you go. Hands it to you. Did you already pay? Or was this something you needed to pay?
I think I paid. Yeah.
How much gold did we each
Yeah,
get?
I'm pretty sure I paid.
I forgot to write it down.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
You did? Okay. So she hands it to you. How much gold did everybody get? Did you guys all split
It was like 112 or
It was
something?
120 divided by
28. It was 28.
28.
28 gold.
28, 4 ways is 32 gold.
No.
It wasn't one,
you each get
it was
28.
Oh, 28.
28 each.
Oh, 28 each.
It was
And how much?
112, yeah.
Excuse me, Hart, if you don't mind me asking.
Yes.
Remember that dagger my elf friend was looking at before?
The dagger, just like the regular dagger.
I want to say it was an expert quality dagger.
Oh yes, this one. She pulls out one. It has a special little tint to it.
How much was that again?
The expert dagger is 352 silver.
All right, yeah,
So
I'll buy
35
that.
gold, 2 silver.
I will take that.
Really?
Yes, absolutely.
You're just my favorite customer. Now I don't know if you know
I don't
this.
believe that for a second. I believe it's your favorite.
She goes, he's dead to me.
She didn't just ruin my armor back there, did she?
I don't know. You might have to look at
It
it
was
later.
hard.
I'll try to keep working on it, don't you worry.
Okay, well, if you and him both want to come, I'm in room 4. So let you know. But anyway, here you go. And she gives you the dagger.
It's a 35 gold piece.
35 gold, 2 silver.
That one's not engraved with any potential things.
No.
She looks back. No, but would you like that leather armor? I don't normally work on leather, but if you let me size you up a little bit, I might be able to get something better for you. Why don't you come back here and take off your armor, and we'll do some measurements.
I'm good where I am.
Oh, so be it. Do you want me to come over there and do it? Is that what you're saying?
Not this time, my lady.
Well, okay. Well, she kind of grabs her scruffy beard and goes, all right.
That is a lady, right?
Yes, she is.
So is that not just a common dwarf thing?
She goes, okay. And she goes back. She goes, well, thanks for the business.
No problem.
And the little fade to black here as we get into the Jim, the monk, and Kasich the ranger enter the shop. And as you guys get in there, you see there's a decent amount of people kind of moving around. At the end, it looks like a typical tavern environment. There's a couple people singing over by the camp, by the fireplace, and there's a couple waitresses moving back. But everybody that's working there is actually a gnome. And the 2 gnome owners, Beat and Bert, that you guys met, are fighting like normal and running back and forth. And one of them getting drinks, and the other one looks like he's balancing his books. They see you 2 come in and go, oh, hey, my favorite customers! And Beat smacks him and goes, shut up, Bert. Hey, what can I do you guys for?
So we're looking for some rooms for the night.
Beat pops his eyes up, goes, "Oh, rooms, eh? That's my side of the business." And he pushes Bert out of the way. He goes, "All right, how many rooms do you need here?"
5 for the night.
5 for the night. Okay, all right. So he goes to the lodging. All right. That's just 1 silver each. So 5 silver will cover the night.
All right, I'll pay.
Okay, so you deduct 5 silver, and he gives you the keys and points you to the area where the room is. But before you can go, the other one pops up and goes, "Hey, but would you like anything to work on tonight in your room? Like, I got some great rope."
This is the guy that sold you the
Yeah, do you have the hour? Remember that hourglass I gave you? Wasn't that like the best hourglass? I made a new one. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I made you a new one. Look at this. And there is another wooden piece that looks like it's painted to look like it's metal.
Would you like this one back? I'll trade it for a beer.
No, but I'll give you a beer. You know, okay. He gives you a beer, and he goes, "But would you like this hourglass? This one too? It's even better than the previous one. You could have 2."
He sold him an hourglass before. That was like, that fell apart basically.
No, it removes. It's the stand only lasts 3 seconds.
That's a good hourglass.
He goes, "This one's been improved. 5
Show me.
seconds."
5 seconds.
He pops up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at that. Only 3 gold.
Only 3 gold for
Only
that.
3 gold.
That's
Best hourglass you're going to find on this side of Phandalin, but okay.
Stay in this inn for weeks.
they have food around here.
Oh, yeah, food. Hey, B, that's back to you. And B pops back. "Hey, food. Yeah, what do you want some food? Okay, yeah. Do you want, we got some type of mash stuff. That's like 1 copper. And we got some decent, some meat. 3 copper for that.
Sure.
Okay, how many? How many you guys want?
I mean, we have 3 other party members that'll show up here. We'll just pay around.
Yeah.
Okay, so that'd
Mash
be
for everybody.
15 copper, so 1 silver, 5 copper.
Yeah, I get it.
I'll got this round.
Okay, so right as you walk in, you hear that, and he hears you pay him. And you guys, the rest of you walk in now.
Oh no, I'm going to the
You going somewhere else?
Iomades church.
Okay, so I'm assuming you walk in with...
Yep.
Okay, so...
My hide mail, it was, I think.
hide mail, okay. So you walk in there with that. You guys are all there except for Davril. He's not there. You hand out the room keys, the food comes out, and you guys are on your way to Chowtown. Meanwhile, are you going to the little church that they have there? Anything special you want to do when you get there?
I'd like to kneel down at the, I'm assuming, altar or,
Yeah, there's like a little altar in the center. There's nobody really there yet right now. Okay.
Perfect, actually. I'd like to pray down with a trace, the sword symbol she usually has on my shield.
Okay.
I don't know if you're listening right now. We've had a few troubles recently. I'm sure you've seen, maybe. We have big vampire lord nearly killed us. We've slayed a bunch of orcs. Nearly killed one of our friends' moms. Nearly killed one of our friends.
You hear in the background.
Yeah, brother.
I don't know what's about to happen, but we're close to finding the man who killed my master. Please watch over us. And I don't know what the hell this amulet is. Why the hell people keep telling me it's special? Just please give us some sort of sign that we're doing the right thing here. I don't know. That's all. I start standing up, getting ready to leave.
Okay. As you get up, nothing seems to happen. When you get to the door, the handle burns for a second, and you look down, and your hand is glowing gold. and it
That's
does
new.
not hurt. And then it slowly fades away, and it almost feels like a nice warmth as it leaves.
I kind of clutch my hand there for a bit. Thank you. And step on it.
Okay. So you arrive back at the inn, and everybody is eating and drinking, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay. If you guys have anything to say, go ahead. Otherwise, we'll just...
Hey, guys.
I just want to look around and see, is there anyone in this inn who appears to not have enough food or enough to drink?
Okay.
Maybe they're looking down at...
Give me a perception check. And, okay, go ahead first.
14.
Okay. You notice that Droop doesn't look like he has enough to eat. He's devoured his food, and the arm on the back is gone. There are a couple, it looks like there were barmaids that maybe are off shift that are kind of sitting in the back looking really skinny, drinking water. Kind of seems worse for wear. Other than that, you also notice that some of the people are staying very far away from Droop and look very cautiously and concerned that he is in this place.
All right. So I'll walk up to the counter, whatever. Who's the food guy?
Beat.
Beat? All right. Say Beat.
He goes, oh yeah, I'm a number one customer. What is it? What is it?
I'd like to buy a round of meat and ale for your employees back there. They seem like they could use a little something this evening.
He looks back. He goes, okay, sure. Just a plate each.
You know what?
Just the slob.
You ask them what they want, and we can settle it in the morning.
He nods and goes, fair enough. We'll do. Have a good night.
You too.
And he kind of runs
Perception
them
check
back.
to make sure he actually feeds them. And doesn't just pocket them up.
He's just going to bill us for like.
All right.
28 gold later.
I'm gonna, as he's walking away, I'm gonna make a mental note of at least one of them, so maybe I can ask in the morning.
If you stay around for a while, if you're not going to bed immediately,
Yeah.
you do notice that a plate gets taken out to them,
Okay.
and they seem to be kind of excited about it.
Okay.
So friend Luke's, how long have you been at this mercenary work?
How old am I now? 29? 15 years?
15 years. I forget how old everyone else is.
How old are
I
you
was
guys?
21.
28.
27. We're all around the same.
Yeah, and I
What's
What are you, 35?
I think it was 40, but I'm an elf.
Right, so
Sure.
it's young for, yeah.
Yeah, my maturity level's a 14.
Yeah. He's a half elf.
So you are probably like an 8. I don't know maturity level. Elves are freaking old, man.
Yeah.
Okay, well, nothing else?
Nope.
All right, so you guys all get to your own rooms, you go to sleep, and nothing happens. So, once
I
again,
was wanting to try and get that rune we had into my armor. Can I do that?
yeah, which rune? The
It
potency?
was like a +1 rune we
Oh, the
had.
potency rune?
Yeah.
So you have expert armor now.
Yeah.
And so you're going to work on your potency rune.
Oh, I wanted to give Kasich the dagger. Here. By the way, buddy, I picked this up for you.
The dagger.
Yeah.
Which?
+1 dagger that you were looking at the other day. The expert dagger.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
That's all.
Thanks for buying this for me, but you suck.
Shiny new dagger.
Doesn't offer to pay, doesn't do just.
Yeah. We need money for that.
No, don't change.
Okay, it's
Okay. So for the potency for the rune,
so is it a
I
plus?
think it was just a +1.
Is it a +1 potency dagger, or is it just a +1 dagger?
it's just a +1
+1 to
expert
hit.
dagger, so it's just a +1 to hit.
Okay.
Yep. Nothing
And
damage.
I still get that. I'm trained and
Right.
Yeah.
So you're trained, so level plus, actually just level. So it'd be level +1 plus dex.
Yeah, that's
Or strength, I guess, for you.
plus so
Strength for damage, yeah. Dex.
So the item becomes +1.
Yep. And then your potency, you do an etching process.
So you +9.
So you use the craft activity to do that. So give me a crafting check.
Does he have to be trained in it?
Doesn't say.
I am trained, so
Oh yeah, can I become trained in crafting? Like, do I have to go find a teacher? Or can I do stuff in the downtime?
dear me, that's not
You
good.
just have to use one of your skill increases when you get a skill increase.
Okay.
Do your crafting.
Can I do my
You'll get
guidance on one of those?
Probably just don't know all the
Okay.
stats.
Good.
Well, you'll get ability and then a skill as well.
Oh, and skill. Oh,
9.
that's right.
9?
Or you can train in another.
I rolled a 2.
Well, you only needed a
Well, you-
10.
You get like 4. Like,
So,
you bump up
sure.
4,
you begin to
4 of
start
these
your
one time,
etching
and then
process.
get trained in one additional skill.
And you've never really worked with this type of rune before, so you have, it appears to start to kind of meld into the armor, and then it seems to get rejected and kind of pops off. That kind of took you all night, though, to try to do that.
Damn.
So other than that, you guys all wake up.
You're gonna be tired.
When can I try again? Another day?
Another day, yeah.
All right.
So, I mean, you basically worked on that and you got your full hours of rest, but there's no other time to work on
Before I went to bed, I just want to make note because I'm still not entirely trusting this guy over here. I'm gonna take my staff and I'm gonna lean it up against the door, that in a way that if someone opens it from the outside, it's gonna fall and clatter.
Okay. Nothing happens.
I wanted to make note of it for the story.
Yep. No.
All right.
Sounds good. Okay, so the next day comes out. You guys have a 3-day journey back to Phandalin.
Oh man.
If that's where you want to go.
What about Craigmaw?
Craigmaw's castle, if you went there, it's going to be almost the same.
I think we should go there and then go back to Phandalin because
We can always turn in the quests afterwards.
yeah.
That's fine.
There'll be
And
lots
hey,
of
we
gold
gotta-
waiting for our friend with our
Helper
good to me.
right now.
lawyer. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We are currently employing.
Go Slytherin.
Okay, so you guys begin your journey back on foot. You guys go as the slowest party member you have. So whose speed
Probably
is...
Sid.
Yeah, Sid, what's your speed? 20?
Yep.
You
Just a
definitely
little
can't
bit
cast
slow.
Long Strider on him anymore.
Can I just spend my key rush points behind him pushing?
Sure, give me an athletics check. We'll see.
Wait. If I put my stuff in the bag of holding, can I carry him on my back?
You'd suffocate. Oh, if your stuff?
Yeah, I put my stuff in the bag and then I carry.
I don't think a medium creature can carry a medium creature.
Well, that's me. I'm clearly a large.
That's a 16.
Okay, so expend one of your Kai points, and I'll allow you to go an extra 5 miles for this day.
Key points. But
Yeah, you keep it. Your Kai points.
No,
I
sorry.
think they're chi points.
Oh, here we go.
Facebook is going to have such a problem with us.
Man.
there aren't even letters for that one.
You're reading as a Japanese character, a Chinese character, or just an American word. You know, you're like K-I. That's Kai.
Here you go.
That's key.
Okay, so you guys, where are you guys gonna?
Definitely key.
You guys get.
It's okay.
You guys get about 20 miles down the road. It's starting to get dark. Okay, so
Notice.
you guys are you guys all gonna take shifts this night?
Yeah.
Is Droop gonna be a part of this?
Sure.
Shifts.
Oh, I was able to
No,
afford this
you
food.
can't rely on the
What's his
individual watch.
perception like?
His perception?
Yeah.
It is.
If you're even allowed to tell us that.
+3.
Because what do I have? I have the forager feat.
Okay, you're gonna do that. I think it's a survival check versus a medium DC. Okay, go ahead.
What's that for?
Nat 20.
Fail. I'm just kidding. So you,
We all starve.
so you provide enough food and substance for double the amount of party members you have. So you guys don't have to use any of your rations or anything. You guys able to find.
keep her in.
Awesome.
Yeah, you can keep it for at least one day.
All right.
So you have enough. You all have. So you have basically enough
yeah.
for everybody else.
We can throw that in the bag. Just don't forget about it. You know.
Yeah, that'll really smell. Don't forget about that. Okay. So the next day, so that night goes fine. The next day, you guys start going. Are you going to Phandalin, or are you going to go to Craigmaw Castle?
It sounded like Cragmaw Castle there at the end,
Yes.
but let's
Yeah,
think
that's
about
what I was
it.
thinking.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do party.
Phandalin.
I
Put
say
your arms in.
I say Phandalin.
Okay.
Drew pops
Cragmaw
up.
Castle.
I vote with Jim. Phandalin.
So that's 2. Cragmaw Castle.
Yeah, why not? Let's do it.
Okay.
4. All right. 4 to 2.
Castle. Troop goes, I hate Kasich.
Davriel kind of
He
puts his
shoots
hand on
again.
Droop's shoulder. I know. Just. Dude.
Troop is so hungry.
So y'all.
Oh, wait, did I say that heel?
His mouth starts
I
watering.
like pull it out of a pocket. Oh my gosh, I did.
He jumps on. He's like, "Yeah, Davriel." He is now considered friendly to you.
All right, so we're on the Tribor Trail.
Yep.
is
So
it?
you're on the Tribal Trail. So the next day,
And then we'll travel again.
How far is it away still?
it is.
another-
5, 10.
We travel.
It's another. If you cut through the forest, you can actually get there by the end of tonight. Like it'll be dark.
I'm the ranger.
I'll
You guys-
spend another point pushing the dwarf if I got it.
And I'll use
I think you can make it there without. Yeah.
And I'll use Pass Without Trace in my boots and try and.
Okay. Give me a survival check. Just getting through the. You're gonna lead the group through the woods here.
15.
Okay. So as you start making your way, you guys are going down the trail just a little bit before you start to curve off into the forest. And as you do, you guys notice a rickety cart coming towards you. And there is what appears to be like an old
Can you
lady.
start wiping this thing?
In the trail?
Yeah, you guys can wipe it off. Yeah, on the trail. So you guys are kind of taking the trail before you cut into the woods. And before you cut into the woods, there is a kind of old rickety cart with an old lady coming by. And she sees you and stops the cart and stares at you guys. She raises a hand and kind of gingerly
Some more of that.
waves at you guys. Do you want that? Here, I'll get it now.
The marker is not quite erasing as well as one would hope.
Yeah.
It's more of a puddle now. Oh, that works
God.
great, but
It destroyed everything.
What was a forest and now a lake?
There you go, that works.
that's a nice little bit of color, a bit of flair. We're in the forest. It should have green, right?
Yeah. And red.
Yeah.
Flowers. Come on, guys. Go.
I was thinking more the blood of our enemies.
Well, there's that.
So just one lady in a cart.
Yes, she has one. She's 2 horse pulling her.
Is it a big cart? Like it was holding stuff, or just
It looks like there's like supplies in the back, but it doesn't look huge.
okay? Are we all just out in the? I guess we're all just out in the road, so
Right.
like hiding our numbers.
Yeah, she's seen us. Already.
She sees you and she kind of gives like a wave.
Wave.
She seems nervous.
I guess I'll wave back and start walking forwards and say, "Good evening."
I'll follow behind.
Okay. She has like a wavery voice.
Where do you hail from, and where are you going to?
I'm going to hang back, ready to.
She goes, "Hello," and she starts trying to clear her throat. She goes, "Hi, I'm Ranthra. I'm going back to my home, Connieberry. Just
Oh, we were
Couple
just
days.
there.
oh yeah."
Yeah.
She goes, "Yeah. You stay over with Beaton Bert."
Sure did.
Yeah, I hate them.
No, they're okay.
I have a little shop in town. It was closed. Obviously, I wasn't there. I've been traveling the Neverwinter, buying supplies. I'm a ritualist. You guys aren't interested in learning any rituals, are you? You guys know what those are? I mean, you guys look like an adventuring.
I might be.
Can I guess some of his awesome explosive magic is.
All of you, give me if you are trained in Arcana, give me a Arcana check.
Not trained in Arcana.
Just me then.
I have 3
Not
zeros.
here.
This is like the least magically inclined group you've ever been a part of.
Oh God.
Who needs magic when you have arrows?
Do you have a shirt?
Valid point.
Who needs magic?
Something
when your
shiny.
fists are magic.
So you know.
My arrows are magic. Come to think of it.
Fire.
Because yeah,
So you know
totally worth it.
a little bit about rituals. They're a Pathfinder term, but they're basically powerful spells that anybody can cast, not just magical crafters. They take a long time to cast, so you actually have to use downtime days to do it, but anybody can perform it. And there are some really powerful rituals like
So it's
resurrection.
like errors more than like 10 minutes?
Days.
Days
More, yeah. It's like
Okay.
days. You have to have multiple people all work on it. It's about placing runes on ground. It's about channeling deep magic, but there are some pretty powerful ones. You can commune with certain creatures or deities. You can bless the entire area so undead can't enter it. And she begins to tell you more. She goes, you can even resurrect the dead if you become powerful enough. I sell the materials and the knowledge needed to perform these rituals.
How much would it cost? It said bless, protect an area against undead. How much would that set us back?
She goes, oh, that's consecrate. That is, let's see. So I base everything
I'll
about.
ask. None of us know this. Or
Right.
okay.
That's right. That one will cost 18 silver.
Oh, that's not too bad.
That seems worth it too.
So she goes, I do my prices based off how powerful the magic is. So I only know a few right now. I was actually on my way to Neverwinter. I was coming back from Neverwinter, and I gained another materials and a formula for the Resurrect.
How bulky are the materials?
Not too bad. She goes, you guys could easily carry it between all of you. Right now.
Nice bag of holding we have
Well,
here.
yeah. So what else? You see, there's consecrate, there's resurrection. What else?
She goes, I have commune, I have consecrate, and I know the ritual for resurrect.
How much for all of them?
I'd have to turn around and go right back to Neverwinter then, I guess, to get all this. 2, 5, and 6.
Oh, well, what do you have on you? I guess
Well, on me, I have Resurrect, which is 80 silver, so 8 gold. And I have Consecrate, which is 18 silver. Those are the only ones. But if you guys want to come back in a few days, I can get Commune as well.
Yeah, we can. I just say we grab these.
Should buy those two for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 110 on.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just call it 10 gold.
Yep, that's fine.
Materials does do
So
these.
yeah, she has.
So she
materials
gives
in this
you
roll.
a sheet of paper, and the sheet of paper contains a formula, and it's not written in like the normal arcane stuff that only he can identify. It's written in kind of common, and you guys can kind of figure out. She also just gives you a little bag of supplies, some chalks and some incense and stuff. And she goes, you just follow exactly how it goes on your sheet here. And now that you know that formula, you'll be able to use that ritual forever, pretty much now. As long as you
Use it over and over again.
as long as you have the downtime days to do it, you can do
How
it.
many days does it take to cap? Does it? Can we tell?
For resurrection.
Resurrection.
Let's go to the Castle of Death.
TP case.
If it takes too long, we're fighting decay.
Or it's okay.
Yeah, I will have to get back with you on that
All right,
because
yeah.
my PDF seems to be
Just try it out. We can kill Jim's mom and bring her back.
She goes, well, hold on. There are some penalties for doing this, and they don't always come back the way you want. So don't just think that you are immune to
Is
death.
this a resurrect or is this a raised dead? Because we wouldn't
There's a
want
big
this if we're just
She
it won't be
goes. She
on.
says, if you perform it correctly, it will be a resurrect.
Okay.
And if we don't perform it correctly?
It won't be.
Things can go bad.
Sure. Okay.
How much?
Yeah, Sasha. See how much faith she has in her
I'm
product.
sorry, I'm metagaming. I need to stop that.
Grab her sash.
You could tell there was like a hint of nervousness that kind of wafted off her when you first met her, but now she seems to be in all business mode.
All right. I just don't say anything. Just give it a little nod.
Okay.
I did want to ask though. On my way out of the inn, I should have owed some money in the morning for buying the.
Oh yes,
around.
2 fine meals would have been 5 silver each, so 1 gold total.
Alrighty.
That's not so bad.
I just realized I think I wrote down the loot from the last session or something. They had perfumes.
Oh, you had the perfume? I knew somebody had the perfume.
I was looking at like, why don't we have 3 perfume?
Somehow you got it. Okay. that
Somehow,
I-
Ian might have already packed up.
When you mentioned it, I added it in, and yeah.
works.
We've got
You
that.
guys are
Yeah,
doubling your perfumes. On.
No, I'm just
gonna smell
we're
it.
racing it. We're racing it.
What good are perfumes?
They're good for silvers.
None anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe I want to smell nice.
Well, I was thinking, what about baits?
It makes you
somehow,
very
or
stealthy.
throwing off smelling perceptions.
Throw it in somebody's eyes.
Yeah, there you go. They're blinded.
Okay, so we got this. So we just continue on to Craig Mama.
Okay, so you guys managed to get there right as it gets dark. You guys can see a kind of a castle-looking thing, but it is kind of a crumbling castle. It looks like it was fancy back in the day. It does not look to be fancy now. There's a small amount of candle lights coming through some arrow slits that you guys see around the castle. The exterior walls are, from what you can tell, about 5 feet thick. Looks like they're hard stone blocks. And yeah, there's arrow slits kind of spread around. It looks like a guard outpost kind of around the entire castle.
Do we have any idea of how many occupants there might be in there right now?
It's large enough that you have no idea. You can give me a survival check if you want.
That's really what I was trying to
Okay.
get in.
Yeah, it's good.
9. I'm not doing too great on these rolls.
You're not hearing really much
Don't detect
So we'll
anybody.
eat the rest of the food in our bag.
from the previous day. Okay. So you guys are rationed up for the day.
Perfect.
And
Do you guys are going to camp for the night, or do you want to?
Yeah, we don't want to attack this in the middle of the night.
I guess it's wherever we are. I want to do detect magic
Might
just
give us some
to
stealth.
make sure that the black spider hasn't got any spells around.
Okay, so you do I think it's a 30-foot. I think it's like a 30-foot pulse that radiates around you. So you're hitting mostly the woods, kind of still.
sure.
And you don't. You're not getting any vibes
No.
about anything.
Set up an alarm.
Key.
Yeah, did we see any like
I
footprints
didn't
or
have
anything
to watch
around
that.
where we currently are to where it'd be safe to camp?
Night's rest.
With that survival check, no. If you guys all wanted to kind of spread out and look,
I'd like to help
okay,
look.
do a survival check for me.
Magic.
Well, mine's gonna be just as good here.
I'll give you
9.
I'll give you some guidance if you want to roll an
So he
extra
mumbles
D4.
from his priest, and he
Yeah.
gives you an extra D4 to your roll.
4. Yes, 10.
Oh, 10. Okay, so with 10, you can tell there are a lot of tracks all around.
Okay.
Kind of the area you guys came from. It's not like the well-traveled road, so there seems to be like some random footprint here and there, but it doesn't seem to be like a well-trafficked area.
Okay.
And while you guys are saying what to do, I'm going to print one thing real quick.
Well,
We can just set up.
Do we need to
set up the alarm? Take watches.
I mean, we don't have to. It's just, do we want to take it at night or take it in the morning?
I've got dark vision. I don't know about everyone else.
I got nothing.
You
Got a low light.
All right.
I also have
Well,
low
wait.
light. Oh yeah,
Dark vision.
you have dark vision.
I'm the only
Oh, yeah,
one.
you're both-
that knows
We're both
that.
dwarves. elves.
I asked you if you wanted my light up sword.
Yeah, dwarfs, elves, and there's a long sword.
Yeah.
Carrying it
Silly
every
people
holding
can't
us.
see it.
Yeah, just drag it to your side. And it's like a walk along torch.
Pretty much, it's just
Oh, shoot.
yeah. Sid's just telling us all the magic things that are going on, and the rest of us are like, what's magic? Yeah,
Shiny stuff.
ooh, it's sparkly.
If I can catch up with you enough to tell you, then
Did you detect anything or not?
No.
Okay. Well, my vote is let's settle in for the night, but let's get up basically.
Yeah,
I agree.
on.
cracking.
Yeah.
Yeah, good with that.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good.
So as you guys come up, I want you all to make first off a survival check just to get the camp set up. How you guys stay?
Here's the dice.
Well, it's empty now.
9.
20, but not natural.
24.
Unnatural.
That's a survival.
11.
10.
10.
Listeners at home, our GM, well, technically, yeah, GM is still drawing a map out for us of this Fortress of Doom. This is the place where we are likely to die.
I hope so.
The GM hopes that we die here. He's been trying to kill us for a while, so we'll find out.
You guys just keep steamrolling everything I give you.
Gets very, very close.
I tried a metal epoxy on there before. Didn't quite do it now.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you guys,
It was okay. That is metal. Okay.
so as you guys camp for the night, all of you give me now a stealth check, please.
Oh, shoot.
Now, stealth. Now, Lutz, tell them about your stealth bonus thing about the armor. Do you remember that one?
I get the -1 to the armor.
Everybody around him
Oh, true. Yes.
takes your negative armor penalty is reduced by 2. So if you look at your stealth,
No, but not below
Mine's
0.
changed.
like his armor is his armor is -5, so it would be
Well, in that
-3.
case,
Mine's
I
like
get
1, but it would go to 0. It's not, I don't get a +1, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So in that case, I have a 28.
Okay.
I rolled a 9. I have a -4. His made it a -2. So that's a 7. We're doing great, guys.
the castle.
21.
Hey guys, what's going on? Where are we going?
That's the sound you made.
We're doing this at 10 or 10:30? I can't remember.
10:30.
10:30? Yeah.
This is just my morning preparation music.
So I talk to the gods. Oh, the god.
I sing to my gods. Dear listeners at home, Brandon is drawing traps, maybe to kill us. I'm not really entirely sure yet, but we're definitely going to die.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't be looking at this.
Well, it's just on the outside.
You're good.
We should definitely
You're pretty
keep
much
drawing.
you're pretty much just seeing some of the things that you can already see here.
This is like the outskirts of the castle.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Are we on the south side of the map then?
Yeah, northeast, south.
Should Jim scale the wall and just jump?
I mean, trying for a
There's
Yeah.
the castle appears
Wait,
to
do
be
you need
2
me to do some
spires,
foot footy to
several
get over there?
staircases, and we're at it's the south wall.
Yep, so you guys are at the south wall, and it's starting to get dawn. You guys do hear some noises now coming from inside the castle. They seem to be very droop soundy. Some darker and
their pee.
and more deep voices as well. From where you guys are kind of camped, you can see 2 entrances in. You can see an entrance down here at the south end, and you can see a larger, kind of like a stone passageway. Looks like there's like a big, it's almost like a patio up on this end. It looks like this would be considered the main entrance back in the day, although there's a lot of crumbling everywhere everywhere, so it's kind of hard to make out what's
Well, that's why
the
you can
main
see
entrance.
so much.
Yeah. On the sides, it's pretty much the forests have kind of just come up to it. You could get around to the sides, though, if you need to.
And where are we in relation to this?
You guys are down here. Down here.
All right, so I'll cast. Oh, what? Long Strider.
In the castle. How long does that last?
1 hour, I think. You'll have to look up on.
Okay.
But I don't have my spell list or my spell thing for Pathfinder.
Does that go on everybody?
Just Tisk. Just him.
Just him? Oh, okay.
Pass Without a Trace goes to everybody, though, right?
It did in D&D. It does not in Pathfinder.
Okay. All right, never mind. This goes
Yeah, it doesn't do much other than if I were to move on my own, I couldn't be tracked,
Gotcha. Okay.
which makes sense.
So you could run.
Right. Okay. So, Droop has a hard time waking up this morning, but his ears kind of perk around and he goes, I think these are others like me here. Yep, definitely like me. I can't kill my own guys.
Remember who your friends are, Droop.
He looks at you and goes, I remember exactly who my friends are. Jim and Davril. Sorry, Neil.
Yeah,
We're
so
okay.
long strider duration is 1 hour. Your speed is accelerated 10 feet. Unless you heighten it, and then the duration is 8 hours.
It's 10 feet? Mm-hmm. Okay, I thought it was 5. All right. I'm
Now
going to
you're
go
even
even faster.
Fly.
I'll tell Droop, I'll give you. You can earn 5 gold if you can blend in and go inside and give us a scouting report as to what's going on.
7.5 gold.
6.
4.5.
Deal.
He bumps him like, yeah, you see that?
You did great.
You did great. Thanks.
Wait, nickel and diamond.
Yeah.
Do
Wait,
we
nickel
have
and diamond.
anything that...
Where did that come from?
Silver and copper.
let's say...
He holds out his hand. Now?
Once you.
Let me see. What all loot do
half
we
now.
have?
I'll give you half now.
Okay.
Half when you come back.
Half now.
I give him half now.
We don't
You
have any
hand him the
leftover
first
loot or
coin and he
anything like
goes,
that.
okay, and he just walks. So he just takes one gold. He goes, that's half.
Yeah.
1 and 1 is half. 1 half equals mine, right?
It is yours.
Okay, done. And he marches
I
forward.
didn't lie.
He goes, back door or act like normal, go front door? Which one?
So, our group managed to kill yet another group of orcs, met a mysterious mercenary, had a little bit of downtime fun, and bought a scroll to raise the dead. Big day, but it's not over with yet, folks. They're about to do their best to sneak into this heavily armed fortress to find their long-lost friend, Gunrun Rockseeker. Will the Karps find their friend in time? You'll just have to join us again on the next episode of the Dice and Slice podcast, The Conversion Stream.